This is the second video on learning the Greek alphabet. I call it Alpha 2. And last time we introduced our first word, and I'm going to type it in again. Whoops, let's make that capital. Let's bold that. Okay. So what I should point out is that all the words were typed, all the letters were typed with an English keyboard, and they're all identical to English letters, but what looks like a P in Greek is actually an R, and what looks like an X is actually in Greek a KH. Okay, we're gonna in this video we're gonna concentrate on the vowels, and I'm gonna take a look. But before I do, let me talk about the keyboard, how to put in Greek letters. So those are all done with an English keyboard, and now I'm gonna switch over to a Greek keyboard, and that will give me the Greek letters, so I can type those Greek letters in. Where's my key? I can't find it. There it is. And there we go. Okay. So there, it looks identical, but these letters are the Greek letters. Okay, so let's introduce all the Greek vowels. Okay, there's one. There's the next one. Okay, so you'll notice they're almost identical to the English vowels, except for the last one, which looks like a Y, but actually sounds more like a U. Now, as in English, the letters could also be, all those letters could also be either short or long. And normally they wouldn't be distinguished, but for our purposes, to help you distinguish between long and short, we're gonna put a little underline under each of the letters to indicate if they're long. So let's try this. Okay, there we go. So that's one way to distinguish long and short vowels. Now, I should give you a little bit on how to pronounce them. You don't have to. I mean, we don't know how they were pronounced way back when, and there's been much scholarly debate on how the Greek letters sounded out, and I'm not going to delve into that. I'll just give you the pronunciations I'm going to use, and you can either use those or use your own. Like sometimes I'm lazy and I just revert back to English pronunciation, but I'll try to recreate what I think the ancient sounds might have sounded like. And I have all this written out rather than redoing everything. I'll see if I can find that. Whoops. See if I can find that. I don't know if I can get two of these up at the same time. Oops, doesn't look like I can. So I have to go out of that one and then find let's see where I have that listed here. Oh, that reminds me. I should talk about this. So generally the Greeks didn't use the underlines, although they did with the O to distinguish the short O and the long O. The short O they called Omicron, and the long O they called Omega. And they eventually, this underlined O evolved into this shape. And as for the E, to distinguish the long E from the short E, they used the letter H, which was originally used at the beginning of letters to indicate a rough breathing, like English H. So that's that. Now let's go through the short vowels and the long vowels and how they sounded like. So as in aha. By the way, I should give you the Greek names. This one is called alpha. And in its long form, it's like the A in father. Ah. And the E, the short E is called epsilon, as an ebb, roughly. And the long E is called eta, and it sounds something like gray, the E in gray, or the German eben, E sound. Then we have the I, which the Greeks called iota, and it sounded like the I in pizza, E, short E, or German im, or the long form, as in the I in machine, E, longer E. E. And then there's the O, which the Greeks called Omicron, as an O, or in German O, ofen. And the longer form, the Omega, as an open, or the German oben. And then there's the Y, which the Greeks called upsilon, as in full, or an German or the long version, as in the German word Blut. So Blut, u. All right, that's approximately what I consider to be what the pronunciations might have sounded like. Now, next thing I wanted to cover is, well, let's cover the pitch marks now, because the Greeks originally didn't use accents. They used pitch changes, and well, that's one theory anyway. So how did they indicate the pitches changes? They didn't. But we're going to help you a little bit in pronunciation. So let me see if I can indicate the pitch. We're going to use like accents over top of the vowels. So how did I do this? Let's see. Let's try this one. There we go. Let's do that a little bigger. All right, let's get that to okay, so that's the pitch going up. E, and then let's try, there's the pitch going down, E, and then there's also the pitch going up and down. And let's see if I can get that. E. All right, so the word by itself, let's there's our K, that indicates the long, but we want to indicate the long going up in pitch. So let's make that bold. Arke, arke. I don't know, maybe I should remind you that word means beginning or origin or source. And it's the first word of the Gospel of Mark. Beginning of the good news. But when, in certain circumstances, usually at the beginning of the sentence, you will flip your accent to go down. So this is actually what we want here is whoops, that didn't work. Maybe I got the wrong keyboard here. I'll just copy it from here. I might have done this in English. So let's go back to Greek. Where's there B there? Arcade. Arcade. So it's a down pitch. And I mean, you don't have to try to do pitch changes. You can just do accent changes if that's easier for you. Okay. So we've covered pitches. I should also, I'm going to introduce a second word here. And that word is N. And it means in. And the letters are epsilon and a new Greek letter called nu, which is basically identical to the English letter N. Same sound. So in, and then, whoops, if I can get, nope, I can't. All right, let's see if I can find, let's just copy this guy. So those are the first two words in the book of Genesis. En archei, en archei, and the meaning is in a beginning. So we have this word, which means beginning, but we changed it a little bit with up and down accents and a iota at the end. So that iota is probably stopped being pronounced at one point, but still there to indicate that there's a different circumstance you're using the word, the noun. Arche, you're using it in a sense that it's locating either in time or in space something where the noun is, where the beginning is. It's in a beginning. And you notice there's no the there. It's just in a beginning. Okay, so that covers pitch marks. Now I'm going to do another change. I'm going to take this part of the word. Whoops. Come on. I didn't need to do that, but come on, where's my insert? All right. And I'm going to throw this guy at the end. And I'm going to change this pitch. Let's see if I can do that. Whoops. Let's arco. So now I've changed the noun into a verb. Arco, which means I begin, or I begin a chain of command, or I rule. Okay, so all that's very interesting, and I think we've covered a fair bit already. Should I go on, or should I? Yeah, I think we'll take a break here, and we'll continue in the next lesson. So, see you next time. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.